So once again, welcome back to my channel. Just completed the Nepal trip. Before going over there, I had lot of difficulties arranging some information regarding Nepal. But after completing the trip, I have a bunch of information about Nepal. Nepal is a neighbor country of India, having lots of mountain ranges, actually surrounded by mountains, some of the highest mountains in the world, and some of the toughest trails, some of the toughest road, awesome treks. We started our journey from Delhi itself. We entered in Nepal through Sanauli border. Nepal is interconnected with India with different states. Like if you want to enter from West Bengal side, then there is a Roxal border in Bihar, Delhi, or maybe the southern part of India. Then you have the option for Sanauli border, and there is also another border from Dehradun sides. Multiple borders, multiple options are there. Going to Nepal is not that very difficult. It's really easy. Things you need for a bike trip in Nepal. If you want to ride a bike on the road of Nepal, then you definitely need a road permit, and that is called Bhansar. Just after crossing the border, you first thing you need is you need to collect the Bhansar for your bike. In our case, from Sanauli, when we entered, there's a bunch of broker was there. We just gave them 300-400 rupees extra, and they did it within 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, we collected one SIM and we exchanged the money. Bhansar is calculated in daily basis. It's roughly 100 NC Nepali currency. So for Bhansar, you need certain documents as well. You need your original RC, your driving license, that is also original, and passport size photo. That is the only thing you need. You have to collect Bhansar for certain time frame, like 10 days or 15 days. In most cases, you will get Bhansar for 10 days. If you need some extra days, better to contact the government officials and just tell them about the reason you want to stay. I'm sure definitely they're gonna give you 12 days, 15 days of Bhansar. But generally, you'll get 7 days to 10 days, mostly 10 days of Bhansar. If you have your own bike, then it's good. You're good to go. But if you have any rented bike, if you have any media bike, bring one NOC letter, that is a no objection certificate letter from the owner, and you can easily ride the bike throughout the entire road in Nepal. There will be no issue at all. Nepal is a different country. Your currency and your SIM card is not going to work there. Our BSNL, Nepal has Ncell. The network is pretty good. For that, you need Aadhaar card only, and they will take your photo and your thumb impression, and you're good to go with the SIM. Now the main thing is the money exchange, because if you are entering in Nepal, your Indian currency is not gonna be that much accessible in Nepal. So 1000 rupee Indian currency or IC is somewhere equal to 1600 Nepali currency. My suggestion would be, if you are planning a 10 days or 12 days trip, carry about 20,000 of Indian currency and just exchange that. So in Sanauli border, you will get two ATM, that is SBI, another was HDFC. I was lucky to collect money from HDFC one, and as a backup, please keep some Indian currency as well. For the SIM card, it took around 350 rupees roughly, and the plan was 1 GB of data daily. Another good thing about Nepal is 95% of the area you will get Wi-Fi, be it any hotel, be it in restaurant, be it any homestays or wherever you are, you will get Wi-Fi. So it's easy to connect here in India via WhatsApp call or anything like that. From biker's perspective, another important thing is the petrol. Petrol price in Nepal is 175 NC. The more you will go to the interior part or maybe towards the up, the price of the petrol gonna get higher, 230 to 250 NC. The last petrol pump we got in Beni Bazar while going towards Muktinath. We didn't find anything in Jomsom, but yeah, there's another option is there. You can get petrol in black, so in small bottle. Again in Manan side as well. Last petrol pump was in Besisar, and then you don't have any petrol pumps. Now what about the fooding and lodging? Nepal is almost similar like in India, so the fooding and lodging is almost similar like India as well. In Pokhara, you will get a decently good hotel in 2000 NC. In 1000 NC, you will get in a moderate hotel as well. For a Nepali thali, normal Nepali thali, it would be roughly around 200 to 300 NC. Go towards up like Muktinath or maybe in Manan side, the food is little expensive, roughly around 500 to 600 NC. Now you enter Nepal. Mostly if you are in bike, you're gonna cover Muktinath or maybe on the Manan side. If you're planning for Muktinath, then my first suggestion would be just directly go to the Pokhara, because Pokhara is a little closer towards Muktinath. Now once you reach Pokhara, first and foremost thing would be taking a permit. Now you already have the Bhansar, now you need another permit to enter towards Muktinath side. Nepal is surrounded by mountains. The upper part of the Nepal is in Annapurna Conservation Area. That's why you need a proper permit to enter those kind of areas. And it's very easy to collect the permit. All you need is a passport size photo and a copy of your Aadhaar card or maybe passport, whatever you have. And you just need to fill up this form. They will take 1,000 Nepali currency. You need to mention the particular time frames and you need to mention the particular places you want to cover. Exactly from where you want to enter and you want to exit in the Annapurna circuit area. Also, you need to mention the particular time frame, like 3 days or 4 days you want to stay or you want to cover on that particular area. Like for me, I wanted to cover the Lower Mustang or Muktinath part, and then I wanted to cover the Manang part. Technically, they are on the same part, but you need to cover another different route for Manang side. Maybe that's why it gave me the Manang permit on that same permit. They told me first you take the permit for Lower Mustang and Muktinath, then come back to Pokhara, take another permit for the Manang Valley. So I directly went to the basis area for the later part for the Manang Valley permit. You have different permit offices in different city, like in Pokhara, in basis here, in Kathmandu. And then another important thing, Nepal is not good for drone flying. They are very strict about drone. If you're planning for taking in a drone in Nepal, then it's a big no-no from my side actually, because when we went to Muktinath, one foreigner came from Thailand. His drone was seized by the army and they didn't give it back. So it's very risky to fly drone or APV or anything in Nepal. Do it at your own risk. Another important, maybe the most important thing for Nepal trip would be time you want to visit Nepal. Because we just completed in the first week of June. Initially when we started planning, the weather forecast showed that it was a 90 to 100% chances of rain. If it started raining in Nepal, trust me, your trip gonna be a horrible experience. Check your weather forecast, do proper research, then go for the Nepal trip, because a road is a very, very vital part in your trip if you are planning for a Nepal trip. And you need proper adventure in Nepal, and Nepal doesn't have any proper roads. In Lower Mustang or Muktinath area, you have few parts of roads and then mostly off-roads. If you're planning in the rainy season, it would be very hectic for you to cover those parts. Tremendous slush, rain, everything would be there. It would be very difficult to cover those parts. And even if you can cover those parts, I won't even suggest you to cover Manang side in the rainy season, because it's very difficult and sometimes it may be a life risk for you. Check your weather forecast, check your everything, and then plan accordingly. That is the overall idea of our Nepal trip. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. Everywhere you will get a scenic beauty. If you are an adventure lover, if you are an off-road lover and you just completed the Ladakh, Janska part and you need more adventure, little tougher adventure, then definitely Nepal should be your destination. But again, Nepal is difficult. Trust me, it's difficult than your Janskar or Ladakh. So be prepared for that. Carry all your winter clothes, carry all your riding and protective gears. Maybe that's riding boots, maybe riding jackets, helmets, etc. And if you're planning for Manang ride, then my suggestion would be do it on your own risk. If you have any smaller bike, do it. If you have bigger bikes, then think twice, not twice, maybe think multiple times that should I go there or not. Because I went there with the 1250 GS and the whole series gonna become soon about my story on Manang and how I went there and how I came back. Stay tuned for the whole series in my channel. If you need more information, if you need anything, just comment down below, or even you can connect me on Instagram. That is all for now. Saying goodbye, be happy and travel more.